The following podcast has been brought to you by Audible.com. Sign up now using the URL audibletrial.com/TTV to get a free audiobook of your choosing. We recommend Brick by Brick, How LEGO Rewrote the Rules of Innovation and Conquered the Global Toy Industry. You may recognize this as one of the sources we use in our show, Bionicle Autopsy. Remember, that's audibletrial.com/TTV. Enjoy the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to TTV episode 135.
We're so late.
Episode 135.
It's Pi Day.
Eggs.
Wait, why'd you say eggs?
This is an episode dedicated to eggs.
Oh, yeah.
And sponsored by eggs.
What do you mean, why Pi Day? So, don't you know the date?
He asked why eggs.
Ultimate Pi Day.
Yeah.
Is it Pi Day?
Don't you know?
It's
It was
3,
like
it's
Ultimate
3,
Pi Day,
14,
but-
15. And then like at 9, I think it's 9:28.
9. No, it was like it's 9:52 and 16 seconds, I believe.
You're right. But yeah, it's like
Well, isn't that just the most exciting thing in the
It's
world?
Mother's
I
Day
did not mean
tomorrow.
it was like
Pi.
9
Religions,
digits.
No,
let's
I'm
behind,
sorry.
So
9:26 and 53 seconds.
yeah, I knew he was 20 something.
It's also
Yeah.
National Potato Chip Day.
Nobody
Nobody
cares.
cares about
Nobody
potatoes.
cares.
God.
I gotta go
make
eat my
that.
daily supply of
It's also
Lay's.
the annual LJ's fired day. LJ, you're fired.
Yay! I love this day.
And I'm sure I'll quit again.
Last
I
year
just
we
hit the
had
best day
of
every
the year.
Last year we had the International Hate on LJ Day, but I forget when it was.
Oh, I can't
know
wait
we
for
did
that
it.
day. That's gonna be a
I
great
know we
day.
did it, but what was it?
On his birthday.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Gotcha.
No,
Oh,
that's
fun
the
this year.
International Everybody Hates LJ's
So we're
Parents.
quite crowded today, eh?
Yeah, okay. I guess we may as well cut the chatter and get our names out of the way.
Hint, hint,
This is going to
hint,
be a very
hint.
crowded episode, so without further ado, I'm Messina.
I'm Barterin. That was pretty good, X. That was a good transition there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very early in the episode, too. I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Venom.
I'm Viper.
I'm
HD.
Takuma Nuva.
And I'm EXX. Welcome.
And for the first time in a while, we've had all the main members of Pandemic Panda on a...
I don't know.
Oh, this is going to be such a
Episode.
pain to edit.
Yeah,
I
this
hate
is
all of
gonna
you
be-
people.
Oh,
There's
Var.
8 people in this
I'm gonna
podcast,
make things
man.
easier for you, Var, because I have to leave in like 2 minutes.
Of course you
It's
do.
still
Are
gonna
you
be a
serious?
bit
This
of
is
a
like the...
pain.
How come nobody
How
gives
many times
vent
do you have
crap
to leave
about
early?
leaving early?
We'll make it
I'm just
easy for
kidding.
you and just let
Oh,
Kyle
good.
talk throughout the entire
Ha ha
episode.
ha ha ha.
Right, I'll talk-
Yeah, we'll make
I'll
it
talk
easy for you and just not talk.
Yeah. So, if only Keeney was here, we'd have the complete crew.
Who's
Well,
that?
Let's face
Who?
it.
Come on, guys, let's face
Yeah,
it.
who's that?
He's gone. Gone forever.
No, he's not. He was on TTV Talks about Halo. He lives and breathes. I swear it.
No.
He
Well,
lives and
not since we
breathes in a
removed him from
different
the conversation
dimension.
so that we could have webcam chat.
What if
Oh,
he's
yeah.
only doing one or the other?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like, what if he's living or breathing,
He
but not both?
he lives in a different dimension known as real life.
Schrodinger's Keeney.
What is that?
She's like,
Yes.
I don't know what it is. It's
he's
so
alive and
mysterious.
dead. Same time.
Oh my lord, I just bought a high-rise apartment and it's glorious.
Dude,
Real
my
life
high-rise
is
apartment
an
is so
MMO
nice.
with
I've had it
incredible
since
graphics
like I started
and
GTA.
terrible gameplay.
Are
I
you playing
literally
GTA
live in a garage.
right now?
I'm not kidding. The last
I'm
time we
homeless,
played, I just had...
Meso. I have to sleep in on my motorcycle. Let alone a
The
car.
TTV Talks GTA 5.
Right, we should probably
Oh,
clarify
oh,
that.
you
We are
guys are talking about GTA.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
I
we've
was
been,
about to say, Var's not that rich.
We've been
I wish I
prepping
was
to
that
finally play GTA heists. And
I would love to have a motorcycle.
somebody- Somebody needs a high-rise apartment to start the heists, and currently Kahi's the only one who has one, and now Var, and Kahi has no internet. So
I have
mean,
no idea how
Obviously,
GTA
I'm
works. I
still
played that
communicating with
once in
people.
my
I'm
entire
using a
life.
hotspot on my phone. But,
yeah, your internet got cut off because you couldn't pay your bills.
right.
Oh my god, it's time to drink some Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
The what?
Were you?
Man, I'm so glad GTA has Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
I know,
Dude,
man.
GTA has Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Are you playing
you know,
video
man?
games right now, Var?
That's legit.
Oh no, you're
Oh,
gonna drink
yeah,
the
that
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid glass. Gotta sniff it before I drink it.
Did you guys
Oh,
see?
my God.
Did you guys see the?
I don't even know what Kool-Aid is.
Oh,
Wow.
No,
That's
no,
almost
hold
as
on.
bad as
It's probably
X-Men.
called
It's a
something
red
different.
guy.
It's an
How
American.
could you?
It's an American.
It's a red
product. I
guy
don't know
that
what
ruins
I've heard of
walls
it.
and says, "Oh yeah."
X knows what it is. How do you not know what it is?
I don't.
I've watched Family Guy like
I know
once.
what it is. Like, I know the product. Like, it's a product, but I've never actually seen it or.
I know the product. I know that it is a product.
What is
I
it?
just don't know what it is.
What is it though?
Is it liquid, Var? Is it liquid? It is.
Yeah,
Is it liquid or solid?
Well,
No,
it's liquid.
It's juice.
depends.
It's just juice.
Yeah.
I've never
Well,
drinking Kool-Aid
fruit
once
juice.
in my life.
It's flavored
I
sugar.
think
I don't know.
Juice in England.
Is it? No, we do. I think I know what you're talking about. It's that like jug person. Like,
Right.
Yeah, it's Kool-Aid
jug
Man.
thing.
person.
Bust through brick walls.
Oh yeah!
Did you guys?
It's that thing with the red juice in, and it's got arms and legs.
Oh yeah!
Did you guys?
Eso said he's never
In
drinking
this episode,
Kool-Aid.
everyone does their red guy who bursts in from
It's
the
the
wall.
Kool-Aid
Yeah,
Young
that's
Man.
the
person
guy.
The
impression.
red guy that bursts into your wall. Sure, we can do
It's
that.
just
Yeah.
the Kool-Aid Man.
The good thing about Audacity is you can actually understand us through this, unlike if we were still using callgraph like the days of old. This would literally be not listenable.
I don't know about
Not
understand
listenable.
this, Meso.
Is listenable a word? But what episode
Yes.
were you on about, Takuma?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
There was an episode of
Listenable.
Vsauce on Vsauce 3 where they talked about could the Kool-Aid Man actually bust through a wall. And
Yeah,
they
I
go
saw
into this
that.
Yeah,
whole
I actually have
scientific
seen that.
process. I mean,
That sounds so useless.
spoiler alert, the long and short of it is he's made of glass, which at his thickness would actually be very strong, so he could bust through a glass wall. But if the Kool-Aid in him is considered his blood, he would suffer like a stage 3 blood loss trauma or something like that. and then because of all the bricks and stuff falling into the opening in the top, he would wind up with like terrible infections. So
I
he
know
could,
that,
but he would be worse for wear coming out of it.
I watched
So,
a video about like what if Superman punched you in the face and the world would basically explode around you.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
would punch the atoms out of your face. That is amazing. I want to go.
You know, Spider-Man pulls all his
but why
punches,
does
right?
the world explode then?
Well, it's such a dramatic explosion. Like, there was also another one about
Like when I punch people, there's never been an explosion. Where
Why,
does-
you're not
why
Superman.
does the world? Why does the world explode? Because it's such a dramatic.
EXX,
I don't
do
care
you
if it's
even
freaking
live?
It's so
like,
dramatic. So if you're just like, oh,
Such a dramatic explosion.
when atoms are disturbed, like
What?
it can cause
well, you just
nuclear
knock and
explosion.
you just walk in and then just oh.
Go on, Viper.
not
Wow,
saying
Atoms
it.
are disturbed.
wow us with science, Viper. Go.
Go on, Viper.
There's a science segment of this podcast? Alright.
Determination that is corruptible.
I also watched
Go
one
copy
where
enemies.
it's like, can Fus Radar actually like?
Oh
exist?
yeah!
And it's
I saw
literally
that
like
one
the
long
whole.
time ago.
Everyone would. No one would turn out pretty after that one.
Okay.
Science.
So in case any of our listeners have not noticed by now, there is quite literally no news. There's a couple interesting things that have happened, but there's
It
no
took
like
us
pressing
7
news that we
minutes.
care about.
7 minutes to admit that we have no news
There,
whatsoever.
we have literally
They don't like to
nothing
listen to the
talk
news
about.
anyway.
Pretty much the only thing that could be considered news is Lego suing people.
Really?
Oh,
Who are they
Hey,
suing now?
Smelly's up my alley! Yay!
Yes. Alright, so basically...
No,
Should
let
we
me
drug
explain
dealers?
this.
No, you don't even know what's going on!
Dude, I
You
totally
guys
know what's
talk too
going on.
much.
What do you mean I don't know what's going on?
Lego,
Lego
is
friends.
finally suing Mega Bloks
Mega
for
Bloks.
ripping off friends.
Well,
Yes,
Mega
Mega
and
Bloks.
2 other companies. I believe
No,
Bloks.
just Mega Bloks.
there's lawsuits filed
Megatron.
against many.
Megatron.
Which is an interesting
yeah,
step.
they're suing Mega Bloks, Megatron.
Don't forget about Mega
If
Upload.
Lego is
Omega
going,
Tahu.
if
Mega
Lego is
Upload.
going to try to sue everyone that is potentially ripping off their
And has
stuff,
the word Mega in their name.
they're gonna have a real uphill battle because there's a ton of
I believe it's
Lego
Creo
Always gonna
and
be
No, it's not-
uphill battle.
or, well, it might not
It's
be
not
Creo.
just Mega Brands. It's also like a few other people too.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Nope.
That are being sued. Okay.
Yep,
All right.
obviously, Kahi, this is right up your alley.
I'm
Obviously,
correct.
Kahi, this is right up your
I am
never
correct.
mind.
I don't know what Ven. Don't listen to Ven. Ven does not know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I do, dude.
No.
That's a
Listen
bit
to Ven.
ironic
Let's
that
listen to Ven.
legal battle. Kai versus Vin. Go.
You lose anyway.
How did I lose?
Better
You said
Soul
something that's
Soul.
obviously incorrect.
How did you not lose?
The three companies
no,
being
I'll let
sued
you
are
think about
Mega
that on your own
Brands,
time.
Best
Do I
Lock,
need to
and
be
the
the
World
We're trying to have a
Industries.
discussion here, so stop wasting our
Manufacturers of
time
light
with your
bricks.
stupidity.
That
When
you're-
you're done,
it
I'll be
literally
back
in the
when
article.
Ben and Kahi are
it
done
literally
arguing.
says you're wrong.
No, we're
I
done.
don't know, like-
Anyway,
Alright, I'm back.
so Viper, what are your
Wow, at
opinions
least I
on
still
this?
created
I
on
have
air.
not. I haven't even heard about this till now, so don't ask me.
What are your opinions now that you've heard about this?
I don't know. That kind of sucks, considering
What
what happened to
sucks
the
for
parry.
What do you mean that sucks?
What do you
Are
mean,
you
yeah.
a traitor?
No,
Yeah,
it's just
it sucks for Mega Bloks.
You heretic?
Ha ha ha.
I just.
Do you support Mega Bloks ripping
Viper
off Lego, or do you
destroyed.
support Lego stopping the people ripping them off?
That's it. Imprison her and turn her into the
Viper,
arbiter.
do you like Mega Bloks more than Lego? Is there something you're not telling us?
Well, I mean, some of their Halo stuff isn't too bad.
Whoa,
Honestly.
whoa.
Oh dear.
No.
Yeah,
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
I don't think Mega Bloks is that bad. They've improved their
They've
quality.
improved their
quite a lot.
quality.
They
recently.
really have. On a serious note, Mega Bloks has gone a lot better at what they do.
Yeah, from what I've seen
They're,
of
they're
like.
still a ripoff, but they're doing it.
But it'll never
Pretty
be
well.
Lego.
I'm not saying it's
Yeah,
Lego.
they'll never be Lego.
I'm
of
saying that they
course.
do stuff that
won't.
Lego's not doing.
Yeah, well,
They're
my
they're not
brother
just ripping it off.
used to buy.
Well,
the-
but it's
yeah,
still
I
not
guess.
Lego, though.
My brother used
So-
to buy the Halo Mega Block stuff, and I love the little minifigures you got because you can
Yeah.
actually.
Oh,
there's
yes.
actually articulation
Yeah,
in
I
the little
actually have a-
minifigures.
I actually
Do you really
have
want that,
quite the
though?
hefty.
Yes.
I
I
actually do
think they look cute.
have quite. I
Do you
actually do.
want-
Oh my goodness, this is really hard to say.
Sorry. Go on.
No, it's okay. It's
no,
okay.
go on, please. We'd like to
No,
hear.
it's okay.
No.
And it'll be a lot better once I beat you down into the ground.
Oh. But it's not fun being an
Why?
egg now, eggs.
You cut off my sentences, I cut off your limbs.
Wow.
Okay,
hey,
guys.
It's like
Yeah.
Greg Fashty
That
in a
was
box,
dark.
except it's Eggs Trooper in a box.
Ex-trooper in a box.
There's no need to be so violent. We're all
Yeah,
friends here.
HR
Vessel, be
is
quiet.
obligated
I'm
to
trying
remind
to
you
talk
guys that
here.
you cannot actually kill other employees.
There is no need to be
That is
upset.
not-
Waffle.
That is
That is-
definitely a liability on our end, and we'll probably have to pay a lot of things. So please don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't care about your life.
Waffle.
I just care about the money that's
Okay,
going to cost us.
Meso, we went over this yesterday. Waffle isn't a thing, it's pancake.
What?
Right? Dude,
Right.
I was just
Well,
evaluating how much money we're going to have to pay if Ben actually does kill X. We're going to have to pay a crap ton of money. Don't do that, man.
So what were you gonna say, Ben?
no, nothing. No, never mind. I'm just
Oh, yeah?
kidding.
What were you-
No, hey, stop it. Alright, what I did want to say was I do have quite the hefty collection of the Mega Bloks Halo set line. They're pretty good. I've gotten to see the transition between their crappy plastic and their fairly good A minus plastic.
Huh.
Awesome.
But yeah,
I don't
anyway.
know.
Oh yeah, their minifigures are fantastic too.
Minifigures are really
I don't
Yeah,
doubt it,
I
but I
like
mean,
the
things
Halo
like this, at
minifigures.
least Halo takes an original spin. This is clearly a blatant ripoff of
Right.
the mini dolls.
No, it's because Lego lost
yeah.
Lego lost the actual copyright to the Lego brick, I believe, several years ago. That's why
The patent,
the patent,
not the
suit,
copyright.
right.
Yeah.
But ever since they lost that, that's why like they haven't been able to sue, like Creo and Mega Bloks and all these other kind of rip-off Lego companies. It's because
Yeah.
they no longer have that patent to the interlocking brick.
You know, it's kind of a shame because Mega Bloks created their own unique minifigure style for a good while. Like, yeah, before they were like blatant rip-offs of Lego minifigs, but up until this point, they have all been like, you know, articulated. Even the Halo minifigs got a lot more articulated recently than they already were. They added like shoulders or like some crazy shoulder I forget what exactly, but something to do with the arms.
Right. I was at RTX and they handed out to every member that went a free Halo Spartan. And I don't know if this was intentional or not, but the Spartan was actually like church. Like it was the Mark I think Mark 5 armor. It was, you know,
Mark 6.
Mark 6.
Yeah, Kahi, if it was Mark 5, it'd be Caboose.
Right. Okay. I always get confused with those armor things. But yeah, no. So that's how I was able to get one of those, and it has fantastic articulation. I wish minifigures had this level of articulation that came to the knee joints and elbow joints and shoulders and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't
also, now
that, though.
another one of the changes that they made to the minifigs was that you can customize their armor. Like, you can actually take off their armor plating and switch it around with other pieces of armor and whatnot.
In the very
like how you
least,
could in the game.
Bionicle minifigures should have been more like that. I get the minifigure itself. It's like it's an iconic toy, and changing it now would be kind of messing with something that isn't broken.
There'd be an upset.
Right. But the Bionicle minifigures should have totally gone with that instead of being like skeleton ripoffs.
Oh man, we were
like, yeah, most definitely. The Bionicle minifigures should have been like the Invasion from Below Hero Factory minifigs.
Right.
At the
I
very
feel like
least,
pretty cool.
if they're gonna do the same, if they're gonna make like Bionicle playsets again, I think the Invasion from Below minifigs were a step in the right direction. What were you gonna say, Viper?
The other day, me and Meso were looking at like the Baraki minifigures. It was so
those were
lame.
the real atrocities.
They
Those
are
were the
terrible.
atrocities.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness!
There is one
They
redeeming
literally
quality.
like recolors of two of the characters. We're like, oh look at this is Kalma and he's a recolor.
There's one.
That's
redeeming
just another
quality in that.
reason why 2006 is better than 2007. Am I right, Elder?
Bring it on, punks. I'll take you down. You want to debate this? I'll take you downtown. We're going to the precinct.
Honestly,
Let's go.
what's good about 2007?
What do you mean? What's good about
2007?
Yeah, what is good
right?
about it?
All right.
I'm not saying that there aren't anything good about it. I just want you to tell me what's good about it.
I liked Lesovic.
There was Lesovic and
I like the underwater.
Yeah,
Lesovic
versus
was
2006,
freaking awesome.
what would you say is better about it?
All right, I have this
I do agree
elaborate.
2006 is better.
Same.
I have this elaborate discussion as to why there are several aspects of 2007 that are better than 2006. Specifically, the villains. I feel that the Paraka all generally center around one general archetype, and that's traitorous and bad. And then the Baraki are not necessarily that much. You know, they're all traitorous, but they're different faceted levels to
I
their
honestly
badness.
do not remember any of the Baraki's individual characters. I at
Fishy
least remember
underwater
Croc.
monster and fishy underwater monster. As
Right.
well as
Probably because
fishy
you read more
underwater
about
monster.
Oh, I remember about
See,
Okay.
Baraki is
biased perspectives aside.
I must admit, I must admit the Baraki
Oh.
had like really good designs, like character designs.
Oh, yeah.
Design
designs. But the only characters that I remember are Pridak and Elec.
the only one
I
that
remember
like
them
had
all 'cause
any.
some don't have Alzheimer's.
The only Baraki, in my opinion, that had and that I can remember any sort of character to was Takadox, and that's for obvious reasons.
Right.
God,
spoilers, Takuma. Spoilers.
Oh yeah, my bad.
8-year-old.
Well, because skinny?
I
That's
never
for
even read the
obvious
book.
Bionicle's
reasons.
been out.
I didn't say why. Shut up, LJ.
I
before
can't really
stuff that
comment on this
Miro
because
up
I've never
your-
read the 2007 books, but I have read the comics, and I will say that nothing stood out particularly about the Baraki in the comics.
Right.
No, the Baraki got
yeah,
the short
the
end of the
comics
stick
were-
in the comics.
Comics
Rip
were
and
really
paste
crappy.
dreams.
If anything, it's
I vote.
their history.
Go on.
that
What's your
interests
other
me.
reasons?
Well, primarily it was the Baraki. Not really the location. Location was whatever. But the Baraki was the primary example, because the Paraka, like I said, they're all basically one archetype. And sure, we remember them. I'm not saying they're bad, don't get me wrong. But what specifically do you remember about the Paraka?
Their
Actually,
Being
banter.
gangster?
personalities,
Banter.
the banter,
Their banter.
the
Well,
infighting.
okay, I guess I should preface this. Viper, you're not allowed to say what you remember about the
Oh, yeah, we
Paraka.
don't know.
'Cause you're reading up on the 06 books. You already have a fresh memory. I'm talking to the guys that haven't read the books in a while.
Hakan was very egotistical.
In fact, no, Meso, you're also out of the running since you're reading the books too.
Actually, we're in the
I
process
preferred
of
the
that.
banter.
I remember the banter. I remember the fact that they're all wanting to betray each other as well.
Yeah, I remember none
Individually,
of them liked each
None of them
other.
like each other.
I remember
it-
Avak was like the weapons expert dude. He'd build all the weapons and stuff. Hakan seemed like an idiot and would just go
Khan
out
was
his
the
way.
bully.
to get himself
boy,
into
the
trouble
beast.
with everyone. Zach Tan was like the fearmonger leader. Everyone was scared of him, but everyone also wanted to betray him.
So he's like Megatron, basically.
Yeah, basically. And yeah, he's Megatron, and Hakan was Starscream.
Starscream.
Yes. That is a perfect. Oh, so wait. Oh, so the Paraka were ripoffs of the Decepticons. I see. That,
Dun, dun,
that just makes them way worse
So like,
than already.
Creo is now suing. His Creo is owned by
Vezok
I feel like the stakes were higher in 2006. I just want to throw that out.
was angry and stupidly dumb.
Well,
Okay,
the
I
one
don't
that
think the
we
stakes
saw
are higher,
in current-
The
considering-
Toa Nuva were at
2000.
risk. The Matoran were
Yeah,
completely
okay.
new to their powers. The Paraka actually knew what the mask was for, and they were going at it, and they had
The
you
masks
know,
in
the trials and
2006 were ugly
everything.
as
Yeah, no,
Mari knew it's like,
I
we lost
absolutely
the
agree
mask.
with-
We have to find it.
I absolutely agree with Takuma on this instance. The fact that the Toa Nuva, the heroes that we had, known for a while now, that were like the big, powerful Toa, the first ones, got defeated by these bad guys, and now we have rookies who've never been on the field of battle like this before, who now have to challenge these bad guys who were able to easily defeat the Toa. That's some pretty high stakes to me, especially with an entire island of civilians being enslaved and captured.
Yeah, also,
Yeah, I
And
suppose.
then having to find the Mask of Life at the same time. That was, I don't know, it seems like a really big thing.
also,
Granted-
I really liked
Yeah,
Jala
go ahead.
in the books. Like, Jala
Yeah.
really stepped
I just
up
didn't
his
like
game.
his mask.
Mm-hmm.
Jala, he literally stands up to the Taragas. It's like, don't like
Where's
being
the Toa?
lied. Yeah, where are the Toa? We don't like being lied to. And we're not building this city until you tell us. It was
I like
he
Matoro.
was
The
back
picture-
there.
It was the
Spoilers.
perfect fusion of the first 3 years, and then the new era. 2007 did not really meld anything.
2006 was better
characters.
because it had a rap.
Yeah, we had a rap.
It's all
Yo,
about
yo,
the
yo,
2007 was better because we had
2007 did have the singing squid.
Yeah,
And it did have the
see,
creeping
there
in my
we go.
soul rap.
Oh,
Creeps in my soul.
I cannot get that high.
That was
We really didn't need you to have to recreate that.
that was terrible.
That was
It
amazing.
was great. I loved that.
But I don't know. I think as far as characters go, the Baraki were definitely more fleshed out because they had.
More
Sure,
flesh.
they were all still evil and whatnot, and some of them wanted to betray some of the others and what have you. But they all had much further distinct personalities, in my opinion.
I think that's
Specifically,
Where does this
Ilak.
opinion come from? Oh, just reading the books.
Oh yeah, something that Kahi. So Kahi, you can't speak
Oh,
on this
yeah,
at
Kahi
all.
never read
No,
the
I
books.
can. I can speak on it pretty well, I think.
wrecked.
Because think about it. How many people... I speak for the fans that didn't read the book, and thus have no idea what's going
You
on.
can speak about this about as well as LJ can speak about Breaking
Harry
Bad.
Potter.
Well, no, here's the thing. The majority, or I would say the majority of fans honestly got their storytelling at all, if they got any storytelling at all, it would be through the comics. And maybe the serials.
No.
Yeah. No, I mean, the books, it is no secret that the books did
I
not sell well.
absolutely do.
The books
I
were
will
not read by the
no.
majority of people.
I'm with Kai. I will guarantee you that more fans got Lego magazines in the mail than went out to the store to buy books.
Right.
Well, okay, here's
Because
the
they're
thing,
free.
though. What kind
I
of
guess
fan
you're
are we
fine as a
talking
fan.
about here? Are we talking
Yeah, I
about the
guess-
kind of fan that got the
No,
sets?
we are not talking. We're not
talking
doing
about-
this
I'm
true
talking
fan
about-
thing. I'm talking about the general
I'm talking
Bionicle
about
market.
true fan thing.
I am
Kahi.
talking about people that like Bionicle. That's my definition of a
That's
fan.
not something I would consider a
Ooh,
fan.
ooh, are we talking about true fans? Does anyone else
no,
remember?
I think of a
No,
fan.
hold the
Does
show.
anyone?
No.
Does anyone
no.
else
No.
remember
No.
the
No.
true
We're not
fans of
talking about
We're
Bionicle?
the
true
true
fans.
fans of Bionicle.
Son of a
Please,
gun.
We sent
I'm
us
begging
back out
you.
to the Lego group.
Don't bring
Oh,
up these bad
man.
memories. All we're talking about is books.
that was
This is how it
amazing.
makes
If
the
we're going to
story
be talking
telling.
about,
If we're going to be talking about a fan of something, I would imagine that person would be well established within the fandom, meaning that they would know, they would collect the sets, they would read up on the stories, and they would understand the characters.
Yeah.
And
No.
what's going on
I
for
don't
that
see
year.
that at all.
That's what I would assume a
Look,
fan
look,
is. Someone who just occasionally likes Bionicle is not necessarily a fan of it.
I'm not saying that.
Technically,
I'm
fan
saying
is
that
someone who
I
likes
am on. I have been
Bionicle.
serving 5 years in the Bionicle podcast,
Yeah,
and I have not
exactly.
read the
What
books.
Takuma said. The word fan comes from fanatic.
I know. I'm saying
Yeah, why would-
that this is like I would assume that a lot of people also go through this. I'm not saying that like just people that like. I mean, Meso says people that like Bionicle. Sure, this is for the general Bionicle audience, right?
Which is not necessarily fans of Bionicle.
Fair enough, but I would say there's many fans as well who have not gotten the books, myself included.
I'm sure there are many fans that haven't gotten the books, but I would not agree that saying that the majority of fans got their story from the comics over the books.
I would definitely say that.
Sorry.
Look,
I do not agree to that at all. If we're talking about actual fans, like fanatics of Bionicle that are following the story, I guarantee you the majority of them got it from the books.
I'm still trying to finish my book
sometimes
collection.
also called aficionado or supporter, is a person who is enthusiastically devoted to something.
That's a cult.
So there are different levels of devotion. It does not necessarily.
Now we are getting into true fan.
You can be a
where
fan that buys no story media. You just buy sets, and you are a fan. And because you bought a set from a Lego magazine one month, and then you bought the rest of them from the stores, you get a catalog in the mail that has a comic, and that's your story. That could spur you on.
But that person would be a fan of the sets, not a fan of the story.
No,
I was gonna say
that is not how that works. They are a fan of the theme.
Right.
There are different categories.
I definitely think there are different categories.
Well, no, actually, okay, I'm gonna take devil's advocate here because you can be a fan of the Marvel movies and not be a fan of the comics.
Yeah, exactly. There are definitely different.
I agree with Marvel. But I do think
you can't just go watch the movies and say like I'm a fan of Marvel.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
I think
you can say I'm a Marvel fan. And
you're
you're
right to do that. You do not have to. You do not have to say I'm a fan of this particular subset.
Right.
You're a fan of the theme of the brand.
I'm a fan of eggs.
Thank you, Tequila.
So,
I'm a fan of eggs.
Thanks for sharing.
I can watch Star Wars The Clone Wars, like it, and have never seen a single Star Wars film. I can say I'm a fan of Star Wars.
You're a fan of Star Wars Clone Wars. That doesn't necessarily mean you're a fan of Star Wars itself.
Why is that? Why is there a distinction?
Because you don't know anything about Star Wars aside from that one bit of media there.
But no, okay, say it like this. Say people only...
I do not agree with that.
That's
say
like saying
people
you watched
have only
the first
watched...
Bionicle movie and you're a fan of Bionicle.
I say that's possible.
The only thing you need to be a fan is enthusiastic devotion.
Some people have only watched the original
devotion
trilogy.
Implies more than just watching one TV series out of the entire thing.
You can be devoted to that one TV series.
Well, then you're a fan of that one TV series, aren't you?
Yeah, then you're a fan of that one TV series. You're not a fan of Star Wars.
You can be.
I think there's a distinction that needs...
No, I think
needs to be made
it's
here.
over.
We're talking about some serious licensed themes, and the original material is what generally people say they're a fan of. So Marvel Comics and Star Wars the movies. Definitely not anything later on.
Again, generally.
What's your favorite?
You cannot
Disney
make
movie?
assumptions for the entirety.
I know
of
some
a
people
fan
who will
base.
say that they're a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy and they've never read a Guardians of the Galaxy comic, and they're
full of crap.
I
didn't even like
No,
the
they are
movie.
not.
They're
There
not.
is nothing
They're
wrong
not,
with that.
Var,
I did
because
not even
no
like
one
the
read
movie.
those comics. No one. There's like 2 guys in the entire world
Right.
that read the Guardians
Everyone's
of the
full of
Galaxy.
crap.
Not a
There is-
single one.
You are not a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy after just seeing
Did
that
you
movie.
hear that, people? No one is a
Var-
fan of Guardians of the
Okay,
Galaxy.
alright, let's take
Yeah,
it
you
okay?
absolutely are.
Let's say somebody
That's fine.
somebody goes to a channel and only watches our
You're not a fan of
podcast.
Guardians of
Are
the
they
Galaxy.
a fan of
You need to be
TTV?
careful. You're treading on thin
Or
ice.
if like they
You're
only watch
starting to
Autopsy,
sound
are they a
like
fan
I
of
don't
TTV?
care what I'm treading on.
You're starting to sound like McCullough.
Bars,
You
you're treading
are
on
no
everyone's
true fan.
emotions now.
What if I wanted to be a fan of trains? What would I
You
need
ain't
to
a
say?
real gangster.
You'd have
would
to
I-
like every single train, the original trains.
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
must have
I
been
like steam locomotives. Thank you.
LJ would be like that person
Well,
with the train
do you like
set
Thomas
in the
the
basement.
Engine? Because if you don't, you're a filthy casual.
See, this is irrelevant because nobody likes trains.
No, the
excuse-
guy that
Whoa,
says he
okay,
likes
hold
trains.
up, hold up, Ven. My dad is a fan of train. He watches train
Yeah, I would
documentaries. He's got train models. He's got a train set. He likes riding on trains. Last time we went to Colorado, we went on the Colorado Railway.
You
wait.
just got
That would have been better if it had finished.
If I bought a Lego train
X,
set,
come
so
on!
that
How
I
have you
really
not
liked
fixed
it,
this?
Does that make me a fan of trains?
Well, yes.
No.
I don't know. I just
I
No,
would say
it
that.
doesn't!
I would say that if you like trains, that's all that needs to be said.
So
Just because you happen
No,
to buy
I said
Legos.
I bought
That is
a
no,
Lego
that is not how it
train
works.
set, and I ended up liking it.
But you're not a fan of trains.
No,
Then why'd
I'm
you
not
buy
a fan
it?
of trains. I just
Yeah.
like
Just
the train
liking
set.
something doesn't mean that you're a fan of it.
Wait a second though. How could you say, alright, so what is your definition of a fan of trains? Do I have to buy every set that Lego Trains comes out with?
No, you have to be invested in trains.
Yeah, you have to be invested in it.
What does that mean to be invested? In Lego Trains.
You're paying attention to the whole entire thing. You might not have to buy every single thing, but you should. I would imagine that you would probably know a lot about the sets.
I want to learn these train stories.
Maybe you do. Who says? Again, this all started by
If you've
saying,
only
what
got
is a
one
fan
set
of
and you've only paid
Bionicle?
attention to a single set, you're not a fan of the Lego Trains line.
Day
Listen.
13 of being a train.
Oh my god.
Listen, this all started from a
Your
comparison.
microphone is so low we can't hear things.
At least
Is
hers
this
works.
better?
Oh boy, that was the mom voice. Okay, everybody, hold up.
What are you saying, Viper? What are you saying?
We shouldn't care, like, whether...
Well,
We shouldn't be, like, ripping this to shreds, because it's different for different people.
But we
No,
do
we're not ripping
no,
this to
no,
shreds. We're ripping
it's
each
a
other to
perfectly
shreds.
fair
An
discussion
answer.
to have.
It's not really... It depends on different people. I mean, Var says that you have to be fully invested in something. You know, that may be his opinion on it.
Fully invested is different than just being invested.
This is like at the end of the episode of like a kids show when
All
everyone
I'm
learns
saying
the lesson.
is, if your knowledge is limited by only one single aspect of something that is stretched far beyond that single aspect of something, I don't think you can call yourself a fan. If you've only experienced one little corner of an entire thing, how are you a fan of that? How are you a
Because
fan
I'm
of
devoted
Star
to it.
Wars?
By definition,
How are you a
I'm
fan of
devoted
Star
to
Wars?
it.
The entire thing.
Alright,
Here's
I
what
say
happened
you've
to me.
only
Here's
seen
my
one
I want to
show.
hear your response to this. There are people out here who have seen only the original trilogy of Star Wars. They have not seen the prequels at all. They say they're a fan of Star Wars. And they were there, I mean, they were kids when the original trilogy came out, and they just haven't watched the prequels. They don't like this much prequels.
So you're gonna ask more subjective questions
It's...
to solve.
All right,
a
everyone in the
very
comments
subjective
below,
argument?
tell whether or
The
not
original
you're a fan of
trilogy is
TTV
where the
and why.
What are
entire
you a
theme
fan of?
branched from. That's not just a corner. That's the core. There's a difference between a corner and the core of the room.
So, riddle me
That's the
this.
center. Everything else was established around that
back to what
original
we're saying
trilogy.
then,
If
I
you're a
would
fan
say
of the
the
original
sets are
trilogy,
the core
I
of
would
my
definitely
world.
say that you're probably a fan.
They are. Lego sells sets, not stories. We've said this from word go. These sets are Bionicle. For 5 years, from 2001 through 2005, 2006 was the first time I read the books. For 5 years, I bought the sets. I read every product description. I went on the website and I was looking at character bios, but I didn't play Monog. I didn't play the games. I didn't read the books. I saw the movies, but I didn't read any of what people would consider the main Bionicle. I didn't even read the comics. But I liked the theme. Loved the theme.
But you're not a true
I
fan.
was into it. But I'm not a true fan.
You're
Because I
a
didn't read
different
the
fan.
comics.
You're the one who said that you can't categorize fans. I think you can categorize fans.
I am saying that is all I need to be considered a fan of Bionicle.
I think you can
I'm not a fan
categorize
of
them.
Bionicle
I think it's
sets.
like a wider...
I like
You're a fan,
Bionicle.
but you're a type of fan. That's
Okay.
my
Labels
thinking.
these
Fair.
days.
You can say you're a fan of one thing. I guess again, my statement that most Bionicle fans did not get the story primarily through the books, I think that still holds up. Now, you can be a story fan, and if you're a story fan, then you've probably gone online and you've read the serials, and maybe you've read some of the
But
fan-made
when you
stuff
say
on
most
BS1.
Bionicle fans, that means you're generalizing the entirety of the fan
Yeah.
base.
Right, that's
It's
what
very
I meant to
difficult
say.
because
That's why I was
there are
Yeah,
generalizing.
but which one of them are fans?
Again,
But
you're
I don't
making
thi-
it
I don't
very
think the-
much more subjective, Kahi.
So are you.
Again.
Don't- It's not,
Yeah,
it's
all
not
of
like...
it.
I didn't say
Limbs,
anything.
you're
How am I
not
making
subjective.
anything
It's very
subjective if I'm not saying anything?
It all depends, because if you're talking
sorry,
about
use opposition.
fans, as in my definition of a fan, which is all you have to do is like something. People like me that bought the sets for years didn't read the books. Yeah, I think that as opposed to getting something free in the mail and going out to the store and buying something,
like you,
people
Meso.
probably got the free thing in the mail. But if you're talking about actual hardcore dedication and people that want to search out every form of story media, I will bet whether they bought them or they, took them from a library or they just read them in the store, people that wanted to find the books probably saw the books
I mean,
when they were
they
in the store
probably
with their
did.
parents.
They probably did what I did, and
They had
that's
Bionicle books at a book fair at my old school, and you could just get them for
honestly,
free.
it was like after maybe 2 or 3 months after Bionicle book came out, you could actually go to
Bonnable.
BSO1 and read what happened in that book.
I'm a fan of hamburgers.
Can I present a different angle?
So have you
on
eaten
this?
every type of hamburger?
No, and I've not been to America as well, but I really like hamburgers.
You know, one thing we haven't
Can
done
I
yet
present
is
another
decided
angle
on...
on this before I forget
Go
it?
ahead.
Sure.
Okay, so first, I just want to put out there that ultimately, yes, labels are bad, and if you're arguing whether or not an individual person is a fan of something or not, is in all honesty kind of stupid. But that being said,
Whoa. Fire.
does it really matter if someone says you're a fan of if you're a fan of the Bionicle sets, but you're not a fan of something else because you only like one aspect of it? Does it really matter? Is it bad? Do you feel
agree with
inferior
you.
because someone
In the-
because
it
you
absolutely
only
doesn't.
like a
In the
part
grand
of it?
scheme of things,
If
it
that's
doesn't
the only
matter, but
part
the
of
only
it-
reason
It,
this
it doesn't
discussion
matter
was-
unless you're like Kahi and you make large blanket statements.
Yeah, the only reason this matters is because we're trying to measure metrics because of like a statement
We're
Kahi
trying to
made,
talk
which
about the
which
characters.
I just so
Fun
happen to agree
arguing.
with, but we're just trying to measure
Yeah.
stuff.
See that in the grand scheme of things, no, it does not matter whatsoever.
Yeah, no.
But no, yeah, it's just in the context of this particular discussion, it does matter.
Because Kai is trying to contribute to discussion where we talk about characterization in Bionicle, and yet he doesn't have as much material to base his opinions on because he's never read the books, and the books are where most of the characterization took place. That is why...
Yeah, and Kahi's trying to state that most of the fans didn't get their story from the books, and therefore wouldn't be able to contribute to this discussion anyway.
Yeah, which
That's
is
what I'm
already an argument in
Which
of
is a
itself.
dumb thing to say.
And knowing
No,
Kahi,
I
he's
think
going to
it's very
continue
well.
to believe that regardless of what anyone says. So I highly
I think with
recommend
Kai's-
we go back to talking about the story.
Look, I mean, that's like saying that, you
I
don't
think
get all
instead
of
Star
doing
Wars
this whole
because you haven't read the
TTV
comics
I'm
that
not gonna-
elaborate in some characterization. They're added
don't
material.
care.
The books are added material.
Look, we
The
can
books
go
are
round
not-
and round in
I'm with him.
circles about this.
Let's
We're
all
gonna move
agree to
on,
disagree.
please.
In terms of what the majority of people, dedicated fans or otherwise, saw, it goes movies, comics, books. In my opinion.
I would say movies, comics, serials in the books.
No, definitely not the
Cereals over the books?
No,
Wow,
that is where we diverge. I know what you're saying about internet distribution being more widely accessible because it's free, but BionicleStory.com was like,
Well, yeah, it wasn't even on the actual Bionicle website. It was on a
Dude,
separate
that was
website.
on like the farthest. It's on like
You barely find it unless you're looking
it's
for
like
it.
freaking.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I mean. You wouldn't find Bionicle books unless you're looking for it either. They're not like
Yes, you
it's
would.
not like
They're at the
prominently
They're
displayed.
at the store, dude. Schools have freaking book fairs.
I know. I'm not saying schools don't have book fairs. I'm saying that Bionicle books are not the best-selling books in their region. They're not like Percy Jackson or Harry Potter.
Excuse
Nobody
me,
cares
may
about
I?
Percy Jackson
May
or
I
Harry
interject?
But anybody searching Bionicle on the internet is
Okay.
more likely to find the serials.
No,
they're
there's
not.
I
Okay.
absolutely disagree.
just
with
say
you.
it, I'll just say it. Go. You can
All
do
right, Kahi. There are several Bionicle books that reached New York Times top seller list several different times, one of them most notably being Legends of Metro Nui in 2004, one of the first books that Greg wrote for the series. Not to mention, they aren't additional material. Sure, they are to the sets, don't get me wrong. They are technically, the story is an addition. However, the books generally then became the primary source for a story.
Yeah.
So you can't say it's additional
you didn't
material
know what
when
went
it became
on.
the primary.
Yeah, you
The-
didn't know
the
what
books
went
are
on
the
in a certain
primary
year
source
Bionicle without
for
reading
canon.
the books, because the books explained everything that happened in a
Yeah,
certain
if anything,
year
the serials were supplemental material that you wouldn't even understand
without
had you
reading
not
the
been following
books.
the story.
No, I'll agree with that. Serials are supplemental material to the books. They're just more easily accessible.
Nah.
Yeah.
Be it
Absolutely
that's
not.
the case, that's fine. They can be easily accessible all you want. The books are still also, in a different way, easily accessible.
There's different layers to lore. Like you have
yeah,
to start
like
with
an
the
ogre.
first layer, and then you
I have
go
not looked-
further
Like
and
an
further
onion.
to
I
the point.
outside
yeah,
of like
exactly,
outside
an
of
onion.
Lore is
buying
like
it, I had
Yeah,
no money
like-
as a kid.
like
but I tried
ogres.
finding
You
Bionicle
can-
books. They were
Ogres
not
have
easily accessible.
layers.
Can I please finish?
No, you could not, because ogres. Okay, fine.
What? Was that a clap?
No, it's
That
like
was a
it's
really
it's,
weird sounding
LJ
clap.
said a really good example. It's like an onion, like, and depending on how much you've read into the lore, the more detail and more ideas you can, have a conversation with another fan who understands and has reached that same layer of lore that you have.
And that's where we hit...
The more you cry every time.
This is the point where we hit elitists who start taunting others, holding their amount of knowledge over the other people who got teary-eyed only a couple layers in.
Okay, yeah. Elitism is a completely different thing that's really annoying.
So let's fight about that.
That's what this conversation is veering to. You're like, oh, elitism. You weren't a true fan if you did that. I think the books were...
That's why I said, that's why I presented the different angles.
I'm not holding that against people. That's completely different.
You just said I couldn't contribute to this discussion because I hadn't read the books.
I'm just gonna say there's a difference between using someone's knowledge of the line against them in just a normal fan setting versus trying to have a discussion that requires knowledge about that line.
Huh.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I agree with VAR in this instance. Consider Kahi, you can talk all you want about Bionicle. We made this 3-year-plus story revolving around, like, Bionicle after it ended, and you read the serials for that, and a lot of it relied on knowledge prior to 2003. Unfortunately, if we had to do anything after 2003, you would be the one relying on my knowledge of the story because I went through and read the books.
You have a right to an opinion,
Well,
but your opinion will
I'm not
be
saying
as
that the
valued.
books didn't have more information.
We're not talking about opinion. We're not talking about opinion.
Like, his knowledge will be less valued because he knows less about the line. So people are
I guess-
more likely to go to someone like LJ, who knows nearly everything about the line, instead of Kai.
Or our good old
who's
friends
not.
at Biosector 01.
Yeah!
Nice plug there.
Those people suck.
Hey,
Whoa,
hey,
whoa,
no,
whoa, whoa,
hey,
whoa, whoa.
no.
Alright, another argument, let's go! Woo! Alright, so
No.
first of all, yeah, that place sucks, dude. Just so disorganized, all the pages look like crap.
So here we have
I'm
Venom
gonna go
talking
cry
about
now.
Wiki.
Bionicle Wiki. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bionicle Wiki.
Bionicle Wiki is like the best thing ever.
No.
Yes.
No.
So,
Get out.
Yeah.
So I think that the Paraka are better than the Baraki.
Yay!
yeah,
I think
the original
2006
Still
is better
standing
than
by the rap
2007.
thing.
So should
Like,
Lego be suing people or not?
should they be making more
They
raps?
probably should be suing us for having this discussion.
This is a great discussion.
This is a horrible discussion.
This wasn't a discussion. This was a cotton picking mosh pit.
This was the Jeremy Kyle show.
This is rap.
Is that a British thing?
We're all gonna wind up on Dr.
It's like
Phil.
Jeremy Springer, but in England.
Am I cutting out?
No.
No, yeah,
maybe.
you're fine.
No,
Not
I'm
right now, but you were.
See, you're the only
No,
one.
no, you were cutting out.
You were
I don't
cutting out.
believe you.
You were cutting out.
Okay, I was, but I'm not now.
Don't believe him
There
all
was
you
a
want.
specific
You're not, like,
point
right at this
where
moment.
you
Yeah,
No, don't
Ben,
believe
probably
anything.
will.
You
he
are
says.
getting
He
trained.
hasn't read the books.
What about microphones?
No, about cutting out.
About
No, I'm a
cutting
fan
out.
of microphones.
The
Look,
great book.
My
about
reasons
cutting out.
why I like 2006 and 2007, I mean 2006 more than 2007, are not vested in the Baraki versus Paraka as villains, because again, I don't really feel qualified to speak on that issue. My preference comes more on the scope of the year in general, because
so
I
you're
feel like
biased.
06, I guess.
So
you
you're
could say that.
racist
I mean,
towards the Baraki.
Aren't opinions based on bias? Isn't that
Like,
what an
okay.
opinion is?
I feel
Yes.
like
You
2006,
say opinion funny.
Opinion?
plot lines.
Are you making
the
fun of me because I'm
events-
Minnesotan?
The plot
didn't even
lines
know you
and the events.
Yes, yeah, you betcha. Don't you know?
And the characters introduced in 2006 had a
The
more lasting
characters.
impact than the ones in 2007 did.
No, they didn't, dude.
Because
They
2006 gave us Axon and Brutaka and Vezon.
Yeah,
and
well,
of course, the
07 gave
Bionicle
us
went on the
greats
next
such
year.
as Gadunka and Nocturne, Maxillos, and
Listen,
Hydraxon.
Hydraxon.
Hydraxon
I mean, the only
freaking
one.
trained the Toamata. Who
Look,
does that? Who
That
does
is indeed
Nobody.
an important
Nobody.
thing to consider.
Stop it right now and
Hydraxon.
tell me if I'm wrong.
Oh my god, man.
Hydraxon also appeared in a cool comic that had the best artwork out of any Bionicle comic ever made.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
okay, I will.
So, I mean, that's cool.
I'm gonna be
But, I
that
mean,
guy. Technically,
Oh, no.
we did not. Venom's wrong because the Hydraxon in that year was Dekar, not the original Hydraxon.
No, shut up.
Oh, he did not train the boy.
I am being
Counter
Wait, how'd you
argument.
Wait a second. How'd you learn about this? Did you read the books?
Yeah, I actually read the books.
I found some guy in an alley and I threatened
Dakar obtained the memories of the original Hydraxon.
And the body.
So technically...
Does
he thought so. What? No.
Wait.
Or at least he thought he did.
He thought he did. But he was
okay, he thought he did.
Does this the body and the memories, is that not enough to be considered Hydraxon?
No.
Great debate.
If I have your memories, that doesn't make me you.
Okay, well, Kahi...
If you have my body and my memories, then how are you not?
But it wasn't his body.
This is
like,
have a soul
that was made to look like your body.
When Doc Ock got into Peter Parker's body.
Yeah.
But yeah, she wasn't.
Right. Spider-Man.
It's not the same body,
He doesn't have his soul,
It's an entirely new body.
He had all of his memories and everything.
I mean,
it's an entirely new body.
This chump
he was just a different Peter Parker.
This is more like cloning, because it was an entirely new body that just looked the same.
Oh, okay.
No, but
okay, never mind.
In all seriousness,
the whole Hydraxon was still like his body was still there. He didn't take over.
That's the difference I needed. So
I wasn't specifically talking about the Hydraxon.
I know you weren't, but like
in the story.
I prefaced it. I said I'm going to be that guy. Imagine me wiggling my
you're gonna
finger,
be
making
the
air
LJ.
quotes.
Okay.
I'm making air quotes
hey,
when
no,
I say
screw
that.
you. I didn't bring this up.
Actually, that like is just
actually, this whole thing is my fault. But imagine what we would be talking about if we weren't talking about this.
The website,
eggs.
We'd be all getting along.
Eggs Trooper, yeah.
Where's the fun in everybody getting along? Our conflict breeds laughter.
Friendship is
conflict breeds stress, Meso.
Maybe for you.
I'm actually gonna go.
I haven't even gotten into why I think 07 was marginally of a higher caliber.
Oh, you did?
Did they have a rap?
No, I gave one example.
I prompted you to give other examples, and you said that's really it.
You prompted
I totally did.
us to
You
get
said
to a debate.
No. I prompted you. I said, "What? Well, go on. What are your other reasons?" And you said, "That's pretty much it. I think the Baraki are better characters."
No,
it's on the
screw
recording.
you.
That is literally what you said. You got it on recording.
I said that was my primary example. I couldn't give any others. I think the Toamari were fleshed out more. They were given better characterization. 2007 pulled out more of the stops. Sure, the stakes were quite high in 2006, but 2007 actually went and killed like a whole bunch of people.
2007
people.
Was the beginning of Cryo Shell.
Go ahead and name me the whole bunch of people that died in 2007. I'm really curious.
Let's see.
I guess technically Dakar died.
Well, yeah, hypothetically.
Spoiler!
Dakar died. Matoro died.
Matt Nui died.
Oh, come on, guys. This story's been out. Maybe you should have read the books.
Died.
There were a bunch of sharks that died.
LJ.
Actually, several Matoran, several named
sharks were
Matoran
already
in Mari
dead.
Nui.
But LJ, what
die.
about those poor Matoran that fell into the lava in the during the dig up in Boyanui?
I'm gonna hurt you.
And all the unnamed
gonna be hard.
Matoran that were killed by the Paraka.
Let's not forget the
Cord
died that were guarding the Makoki Stone.
The cord was ripping
We
piece.
don't know what they what went on other than the rebellion. I'm sorry.
What?
You what, no?
What?
Stop it!
Wait.
You're all being rude.
Viper, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
You know, if you were here in Minnesota, we probably we might like tell you or ask you to stop.
What? I'm not doing what?
Stop it!
You betcha we wouldn't be sitting around.
No, you can't laugh at me now.
Hey, you know what the elites say in... You know what the elites in Halo say? What?
Incoming TTV fanfiction.
You can't laugh at me no more. I got a different accent.
There are no strings on me.
Viper snaps and murders us all.
Viper's
I
version of
kill you all.
Narnia. The lion, the WOT, and the wardrobe.
There's only one way to achieve peace.
There's only one WOT
Their
to achieve
extinction.
this.
Viper becomes okay.
Viper, for some reason, like sometimes you just randomly sound 30 or something. Like,
Wow!
I mean,
Rex, how do you have a girlfriend?
What do you
Do you
mean?
know that you say that like, wow, hey, you sound 30 today. Just saying.
no, but
What's
that's a
wrong with
cool
me every
thing.
other
That
day?
was it was not supposed to be a negative thing.
How is sounding 30 a positive thing?
You're all
No,
sounding
you do that.
old.
I said sometimes.
Kahi, when you're trying to
Imagine
get
he
some
could have
food.
said he could have said Viper.
Hey,
very
X.
mature.
Sometimes you sound
X,
50.
sometimes you sound really ugly. I can't put my mind on it, but when I hear your voice, I just
Sometimes you
imagine
just
that you're really
sound
ugly.
wall.
Sometimes Var sounds white.
You what?
Var sounds like that all the
You're
time.
all puppets.
I always
Bart,
sound white.
sometimes you sound like Var.
Strings.
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 This is probably the worst TTV
I'm
episode
sorry,
ever.
Viper. I did not mean to offend you if you were offended by that comment in any way.
I'm
Free.
Now I'm what?
So, honestly,
So where were we?
So what were
yeah,
we?
no, I mean, I could go into detail. I need to write this up on the
People
message
look
board.
up
We
to
need
the
to have a
sky
topic.
and see what?
2007 versus 2006. I'm with you. Hey, we should also
Yeah,
have.
and
Hey, can we also do a poll? I mean, I guess the people on our message boards are probably going to be Bionicle fans anyways.
Pal,
so it's a limited.
You are going to lose if you do that.
No,
poll.
they're just
You are
fans of the
going to
TTV.
But I
be
just no, I'm not
mud-faced.
talking about losing. I just want to see just percentage of our message boards because I mean they are people that have gone to a message boards to talk about it. So obviously that's some investment there. It's like going to a comic book
I
shop
imagine
and
a
saying,
lot of
"Hey,
them are
who
newer
reads comic
fans,
books?"
too.
They're in
They're
a
not
comic book
fans
shop.
of Bionicle.
So-
They're just fans of the
But are
message
they true
board.
fans?
They're fans of talking.
Oh,
I'd imagine a lot of our members on the message boards are newer fans, though.
I mean that's true.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, there was a thread where called
There was a
EXX
threat?
appreciation
Oh, we
topic,
gotta take
and
care of
one of the
that.
That was-
comments was, "Who is he?"
oh.
And it was just like, oh.
Maybe it's because you're never around, Dex.
And when he is around, he's half the time missing.
Yeah,
Wink,
too
wink,
busy
nudge,
cutting.
nudge.
I'm not. We had enough
Or as
people
EXX would say,
last
wink, wink,
time.
wink, wink,
I
wink,
was
wink.
there.
Oh yeah.
Can I? Okay, listen. If we're gonna make a topic, 2006 versus 2007, can I make a topic 2001 versus 2009?
Sure.
You can
Yeah,
make
you can do
whatever.
Can I make a topic? Can I make
I'll
a topic?
take all our
Vardaran.
friends.
Can I make a topic Vardaran versus Kai and just see?
No, you might as well make a
Yeah,
topic
yeah, no,
called
I
TTV
think that is a
versus
very
Kai.
important topic. We need to discuss that topic, Var. So I think that you make it. Pin it,
One man
actually.
against the world.
Yeah,
Never welcome
TTV
this
versus
one.
Kai.
Takuma
Let's do
versus
it.
ineptitude.
Even though we do it like every day, but whatever.
TTV Injustice, Gods Among Us.
No,
TTV Injustice
That's
walks
definitely what
among
I
us.
want. That's definitely what I want my topic to be called.
Stop making jokes about that. It's not funny.
Kahi, Gods Among Us.
But Viper, WOT's not funny.
You're not funny.
What? No,
What?
it's
Face. Your face is not funny.
What do you mean?
Are you trying to have an American accent?
Yes, I am.
Hey, one day we should all we should do a TTV episode where we all pretend to be another member of TTV.
No. Do you know how offensive that would be?
I think
Yeah,
the fans,
I'll
I think
be
the
okay,
fans
I got
might
you,
be
To
man.
fine.
who? I can do impressions of all of you.
Right.
I'll
Hey,
pretend.
do me.
I'll pretend to
Do
be
me.
EXX Trooper, and you can just
Oh,
have the
EXX
whole episode with one big
Trooper.
bleep.
Especially LJ.
Do the mango
Ben, do your Kai
Listening,
laugh.
Viper,
Let's hear the
go
Kai
on.
laugh.
5, 4, 3, 2.
No, I
One.
should be Meso because apparently we sound alike.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, you're right.
Venom
Who would I be? I'll be Kahi.
Hey everybody, and welcome to On eBay today.
Today
So today we're gonna
yeah, man, the
Welcome
suck
eBay
so
today.
TV.
The books, they're so stupid and dumb.
No one's a true
There you go. I was about to suggest that it's good, but you got it.
It's still good. It's still good. I gotta put it in the microwave again. It's been an hour.
It's still good.
I get to be Var.
This is just a podcast, just literally
Because I could
about
probably
nothing.
do it.
It's,
laugh
it's,
if I
it's
really
not that I
wanted
don't
to.
appreciate making fun of myself. It's just LJ's not funny. That's the only reason I'm not laughing. I think this concept's hilarious.
Kahi, are you saying
Doing
it's
very well?
Kahi? Are you saying it's not still good?
No, I'm saying you're not still good.
This episode is one of the
That's
weirdest
disgusting.
ones.
Yeah.
No relationships with employees.
LJ,
Yeah,
you're
dude.
not KFC. You're not still good.
You Walt, mate.
Are you trying to
What is that?
What accent is that, Viper? Enlighten us.
Pretentious?
It's like a
It's called LJX.
The
Now you need to
LJ
sound smart.
accent.
What the mess out, holy granola!
Holy granola!
Oh gosh,
This is weird.
you guys are so inept. Oh man, I'm gonna go play Dota. Oh,
You're
man,
all
that was a
beneath
bad
me.
Game.
Oh, flying fish paste.
I'm gonna talk
Your face.
Flying fish paste. That's a good
I
one.
think
Give
this
me
is
the
a very
Is that a
good
dig at
time
me?
to wrap this
Is fish
up.
paste a
Yes.
dig at
Yes,
me?
that was a dig at
Yes,
you.
it is a dig at you.
It has been a wild ride.
Yeah,
but-
well, you can.
No one can really hear what I'm saying because I'm whispering into the microphone.
Oh no.
But all good things must come to an end because of this miserable world we live in.
I've noticed that nobody's been able to imitate X. Someone should try.
Hey,
I already
I'm
told
like
you.
six-
What do you
I
feel
would
about
be
X?
Nobody can do anything because British accent
of you
all
are
of a sudden.
just
Man,
doing
lean back
20,000
to
You gotta hear
American accent.
This is X. Bleep, 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 bleep.
Noodles. X is Morse code.
No, this is this is X. Beep, 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 beep. Well, I'm not cutting out. What are you talking about?
No, you have to say it like this. It's like beep, beep, what? I just
Everybody listened to... Oh god, that sounded
Everybody.
I was
Australian.
the other day. Noodles, they weren't got a measure
X doesn't have an accent. He just has a mishmash.
I have a
measures the
mix of
mix-
accents like this. Then I changed to
Oh, that was
just a
pretty good.
normal
That was pretty good,
accent.
actually.
Quick X speaking Norwegian.
Wait, who was pretty good?
Jeg liker å gå på tur sammen med
Vipers.
noen i et basseng, men så kommer hunden, og så blir jeg våt, og så ligger vi ikke lenger, og så kommer
Ah,
alle
stop
It's
it.
like
What
he's
you
so
say
sad.
about my
You
mama?
better not be swearing. You better not be swearing in
I did
Norwegian,
not
and then we're gonna have a bunch.
I
Okay, good.
told the story about a dog at a pool, and he got wet.
That could be a
I
very
got what in that
terrible
story.
swear. We don't know that. Like people could be
How's
saying.
that what's
Maybe-
a
maybe-
very careful swear?
There's
No, I mean
that
like
one-
maybe you're like, oh, you smell like a wet dog, and that's like really offensive in Norwegian.
We have like
No.
one Norwegian like fan commenting, "How dare you!"
It's Matt Rocks.
No, it
My
was a wet
Norwegian
dog
mother
thing.
heard this and made me get off the computer.
No, it was, I actually was just hailing Satan. I mean,
That's better.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's so much better.
Alright.
Yep.
I mean, instead of
This
animals, just
episode
hail
is
Satan.
something else. So does anybody have any stories to tell
Episode
before we wrap?
135, Hail
It's
Satan.
already 57 minutes in, Messa. Why are you doing this?
Well, this won't take
Should
very
we
long.
just
I
wrap
mean,
up in a sec?
Yeah, that's what I
Please.
plan on doing. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm
well,
sorry,
Do we have
Meso.
anything of actual value to talk about?
I'm sorry, my life is
I think
boring.
everyone here are very beautiful people.
Everyone
thank you.
here are very beautiful. Wall.
Takuma's been working on a website redesign.
I think everyone's a
mention that.
beautiful person aside from Ben.
Hey.
Oh.
Wow.
so cute.
Okay.
Oh.
Takuma, you should briefly mention your
Mexicans
website
get no
redesign
love.
you've
I'm
been working hard
No,
on.
no. You know what? I see now. I see now.
Takuma!
Last I see,
I'm waiting for an opening.
There is an opening.
I'm from Minnesota.
cutting
I
mine
don't
out.
want to be rude. That would be very rude, you know.
I'm a
Don't you know?
know?
Be rude. You betcha.
No,
And also,
Viper,
actually,
I
yeah,
really
I-
hope
I-
you do start
I-
making some mocks pretty soon.
I do
The
need
second you
to
do,
clarify
going
something
on the
because
spotlight.
apparently last time I was using my Minnesotan, somebody thought I was swearing. I was saying, "Yeah, sure, you betcha." That means "you bet" in Minnesotan.
Yeah.
Kind of like in Minnesotan when someone's like, "Oh man, happy anniversary! We've been married for 20 years."
Is
in
Minnesota
Minnesotan,
like
it's just
American?
not bad.
but
Pass the
German?
butter, please.
What's with butter?
It's
butter.
Will you talk about the
What these
website?
days, guys?
Will you just talk about the website, please?
okay.
Y'all,
I
my
am-
name is. Sorry.
My name is Sorry. Wow, I'd hate to be that kid growing up.
It'd be that Canadian.
Oh, I get
Sorry,
disappointed
sorry.
she said it too. She's
Sorry.
like, my name is...
My name is
Sorry.
Paula Dean, and I love butter.
There you go. Viper gets it.
Nobody else find that absolutely hilarious? I guess my mom watches
I did.
your network too.
Betty bought her butts and butter.
I like bread and butter.
I simply
Enough
can't believe
handshakes!
it's
Come
Okay,
on!
but let's Takuma talk now.
It's understand. It's
TTV Talks, butter.
Butter
Guys,
How do you feel about butter? I can't believe it's not butter.
So Takuma's been working really hard on a website redesign over the course of the last week or so, and he's been giving it his all.
Oh, we're talking about the website.
Yes.
And it's really awesome.
I'm rebuilding the front page that does things that doesn't currently do. And I may or may not live stream it at times, at random intervals, no set time. I may or may not tweet the link. I may or may not put the link on the message boards. Don't know, don't care.
Just reminded me I need to end my AMA.
Is that a threat?
No, it's just... No, we were
ending the AMA
about,
or
in TTV Talks the other day, which you should check out if you haven't already listened to it. But anyhow, we were talking about TTV Talks, and we went over basically how it's funny how we're doing a redesign of our webpage. And it's maybe 4 months old, and there's other sites that haven't done a redesign.
It's not 4 months old. It's almost like a year old because we released it at Makuta Fest, which was in July.
It's not.
In 3 months, it'll be a year old.
It's not even really a redesign because it's still using the same design. It's just adding things to it.
That is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm rebuilding it completely from the ground up, but it'll look similar aesthetically. Same sort of colors and themes.
People won't really.
But there'll be like a little sliding sidebar that has the videos and other stuff that I can't remember right now. But yeah, I mean, if you're interested in watching website development, I'll probably be live streaming it at times when I don't think I'll just be looking through documentation or just, doing a lot of reading.
No, that's
but when I'm actually like punching in stuff and you're interested in seeing the process.
People like website design is really an important field to get into. Very popular right now. Because, everybody wants websites.
Yeah.
So
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live in an internet age.
And it's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
either.
it's not like the internet is going to be vanishing anytime soon. So it's a good
I think the internet will be dead by 2020.
You heard it here first.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, we all know what happens when Meso makes a prediction.
Oh.
What happens? Go on.
Wait.
Oh.
You want to go? I predicted Bionicle. We come back.
Why did you ask him if he wants to go anywhere?
I want to go away from here.
Okay, fine. Let's go ahead and end this for like an hour plus.
Yeah.
So thank you all for listening, if you made it all the way through, to a very special episode.
This is why we don't have everyone on usually.
Yeah.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
We reserve it for special occasions, so I guess this was a special occasion.
Yeah,
it's nice to have
It was a
everybody
special
on
occasion
occasionally.
because everyone was actually available for once.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have everybody on at times, but there is a reason why we typically don't have more than 6 people.
It gets
So
scary.
this episode is why.
It gets scary.
But hopefully some enjoyment was had regardless. Please be sure to leave your comment in the comments section below and like, favorite, share, rate, subscribe, and
Show it
post
to
on
your
the
dog.
TTV message boards. Yeah, and the dog, who, if anybody cares about.
Woof
that.
woof.
So, thank you all for listening to TTV 135, and we will see you all next week. I'm Messadak.
I'm Bertrand.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Venom.
Viper.
I'm Takuma Nova, you betcha.
I'm EXX Trooper.
Takuma, stop swearing.
Goodbye, everybody!
I wasn't swearing. I was merely using the local lingo. Would you like some lutefisk?
You are racist. Alright, let's end the recording.